Oh my god. I'm still at a loss for word, guys. We're back for number 88 for GMO with the Philadelphia Flyers. Disappointing, disappointing second round in the year 8 playoffs here against the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't know. Offense completely just shit the bed. One goal for every single game except for the last one where we got shut out 1-0 in game 4. We get swept by the Hurricanes. Get a postseason exit very early for the first time in a while. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it was bound to happen. We just got bit by the injury bug way too much. We lost guys like Skinner, Galchenyuk, Shinkaruk. Um, Skinner was out, yeah. Defense stayed pretty intact, but our offense was just our top guns on offense we were just losing too many of them, and it was probably just too much for us to take a hold on, and we couldn't get by the series. So that's that. It's not that entirely bad. I mean, we've won so many Stanley Cups this year. I mean, we can take a bad year, but that was kind of a disappointing exit in round 2, getting swept by the Canadians. But I mean, not the Canadians, the Carolina Hurricanes. But what are you gonna do? So we're gonna do what we usually do after the season's over. We're gonna take a look at all of our players, see how the progression lines up, take a look at their contracts, and then obviously this episode is for you guys to give me your pointers on what we should do entering the year 9 draft. So let's just simulate all the way up here to day before the draft starts. Yeah, we'll go up to the day before the draft starts. Hopefully our young guns, the guys who we have in the system, hopefully they will have progressed a good bit as well. So hopefully that they can hopefully take a spot. I'm happy with the year, really. I feel the year performance during the season in the playoffs has helped raise profile. If the Flyers want to hear first from me, good job. Yeah, whatever. I don't know how you could say good job after you won 3 straight Stanley Cups and then get swept in the second round to the 7th seeded team. I don't know how you can say that was a good year, but whatever. So yeah, hopefully the young guys can get a big boost. Yeah, we just need to scout somebody. Uh, any first rounders, whoever has the most first rounders is a top 10 there. Whoops, we're going to. Yeah, we just want to do forwards. Top 10 guys. Yeah, there's a couple first rounders there. First rounders. Most first rounder and second rounder guys that we're looking for. Yeah, top fives. First rounds and seconds. First, second, thirds. Where was it? I think, yeah, we'll do it in Russia for the next month until the draft comes about. Yeah, it's up and coming pretty fast anyway, so we'll just do that, get all the scouting done. Hopefully, sorry guys, taking a drink. Hopefully, what's its face? The Hurricanes. Yep, has returned to the lineup. Yeah, that's best roster. That's fine. Yeah, so hopefully the young guys can get it done. We'll have to see. We'll take a look at the awards too after this season. So I didn't want to check the stats because you guys know what the stats were like after that playoff series. Nothing really much happened except for 3 goals. That's about it. So you start the Philadelphia Flyers organization. We'd like you to stick with us or no first. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is where we have to just reorganize our contract here, right here. Yep. And look at that. Carolina defeated Detroit in 6 games to win the Stanley Cup. So I kind of feel a little bit better about myself now that I know that we lost to the eventual Stanley Cup winning team, the Carolina Hurricanes, and they faced Detroit in yep, so there it goes. The Carolina Hurricanes were the Stanley Cup champions. Calder Cup went to the Chicago Wolves. But yeah, okay, I feel a little bit better now. Feel a little bit better about myself. So Carolina definitely earned their spot this year. Cam Ward was probably playing on his head. He probably got. I'm expecting him to get the Conn Smythe. Saying that right now. So yeah, we'll check out the awards once the simulation's almost done. We'll take a look at everybody's contracts and their overalls if this simulation ever gets going. Oh yeah, the retirements. Okay, so let's see. Carolina had tons of retirements: Volchenkov, Cogliano, Bowman, and Bulas. RJ Umberger retired. Anybody other big names? Jordy Ben. Spezza retired finally. Anybody else? No. Schlemko. Anybody for us? Nope. Nobody in our team retired yet. Bozak. Looks like. Yep. Goalies. Kari Lettinen, and that's about it. He's the only big name there. Okay, so we'll keep the simulation going. No prospects game. We don't need to play that. And okay, so we're gonna continue, and let's take a look at the awards first. Let's look at the playoff tree for the NHL. So yep, Carolina defeated Detroit in 6 games, so 4-2, very nice. So they swept us. They took care of Tampa Bay, so it was Carolina versus Tampa Bay in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they beat them in 5 games. Man, Carolina was just running through teams right there in the East. In Detroit, they beat Calgary in 7, and then beat Dallas in 7, and then eventually lost to Carolina in 6 games. So yeah, good for the Carolina Hurricanes. Okay, so if you take a look at the awards, yep, there you go. The Carolina Hurricanes, they break up our 3-year run of the Stanley Cup, going for the eventual 4th year, but they break that up. So what are you going to do? So Stanley Cup goes to Carolina. President's Trophy went to us. Clarence S. Campbell, Detroit. Prince of Wales went to Carolina. Art Ross went to Radek Faska. Hart Memorials went to Gordon Peckham. So he was the most valuable player to our team, definitely during the season, most definitely. James Norris went to Morgan Riley. Lady Bing went to John Tavares. Calder Memorial, Eddie McCormick. Conn Smythe, Cam Ward. Yep, saw that coming. Gordon Peckham won the Vezina Trophy, so that's good. William N. Jennings went to Gordon Peckham, and yeah, so went to Gordon Peckham. Bill Masterton went to Bronson Moschmeyer. Frank J. Selke went to Jonathan Toews. Ted Lindsay went to Gordon Peckham. Maurice Richard went to Alexander Ovechkin for the 2nd year in a row, and that is it. So Gordon Peckham, only guy on our team who walked away with a ton of hardware, so good for him. Hopefully he'll get a jump in his stats. But let's take a look at the contracts, see how everybody turned out this year, see if anybody upgraded at all. So let's take a look at the overall. So Claude Giroux, still 90 overall. Contract year coming up for Claude Giroux, so this will probably be his retirement package that we're going to be sending him. So yeah, 10.4 million that he's making right now. We can probably more than likely sign him for less than that. If I can get him for maybe like 8 or 7.5, that'd be an amazing deal to save like maybe 3.5 mil. Maybe sign somebody else if we need to. So yeah, signing him won't be a problem, and definitely we want to keep our captain on our team. So Galchenyuk dropped off. He was a 90, and now he dropped back down to a 89 again. I mean, I don't know why. Well, yeah, I do know why. He didn't have the best season, 79 points. Yeah, he's obviously had better seasons, but still. He's still an amazing player. One hell of a shot. His defensive category is really good, so still. 26 years old, making 10 mil for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's a franchise player going into the Philadelphia Flyers. Once Giroux retires, he's the new captain of the team. Shinkruk, still in an 88, still 25 years old, 7.6 mil for the next, for 1 more year. Then his contract year comes up as well. So, hopefully he'll want around the same amount of money, but that's fine for him. Schenn and Skinner, 85 for Braden Schenn, 84 for Jeff Skinner. Did he drop off, or is he still technically a first liner? Okay, Jeff Skinner goes back down to a second liner again. We have to figure out what we're going to do with these two guys. You guys are definitely, these two are the biggest question marks. Them and Couts as well. These 3 guys are the biggest question marks of our team. We did sign them long term, but I don't know. It would be nice to dump these salaries off. I think it may be starting time now for us to go for another rebuild once again. I mean, we do have some young guys right now, but I think it may be time to go for another rebuild once again, because Schenn, Skinner, and Couts, I mean, they're 28 and 27 years old. Yeah, they're not going to be getting any better, and they have almost 15, 16 million dollars, 15, 16, 17 million dollars just wrapped up in those 3 guys. I mean, that's our second line technically right there, but we have to figure out a decision to make with these 3 guys. I mean, I like Schenn just because of his defensive category. It's pretty dang good. Actually dropped off a little bit. Now it's not as good as it has been. I mean, he had 90s and whatnot, maybe 2 years ago, but now it's starting to kind of digress a little bit. But still, I mean, he's still good defensively. Skinner's starting to lose that offensive touch that he had. He's not having that overpowering shot that he has anymore. He's starting to just kind of level out a bit. I mean, we could trade these guys at the trade deadline right now and start to rebuild with some nice first round picks and whatnot. And same thing with Couts. I mean, he's 83 overall. He's the one with the good defensive category. So if I were to keep any of them, I probably would keep uh, Couts over those three. But yeah, let me know about those three, about Braden Schenn, Jeff Skinner, and Sean Couturier, what we should do going forward with those guys, because they're probably the three biggest question marks that we have right now. Dane Fox, yeah, I would like to re-sign him if all possible. I mean, he's got a really good defensive category. I don't want to lose. He still has one more year of getting better. We technically could throw him on that second line if need be. He still has the amazing wrist shot. So if the price is right for Dane Fox, yeah, I definitely want to resign him. If not, well, we can't. He's an unrestricted free agent, so we really couldn't do anything. It's either sign him or let him go. Remember, he was a kind of a 1 year rental player anyway, so it's not that big of a deal if he walks. Oh wow, look at that, Eddie Watt. 1 year down the minors, he was 75 overall, I think. Playing for the Phantoms last year, and now he jumped up to an 81. So he is technically a third line checking forward. He's got a pretty good, decent shot. Skating is below average, so he's not the best skater. His body checking is pretty good. So his physical categories, he has a good body checking, but his physical category is not really that good all that well yet. His defensive category is good, 97 defensive awareness. That's pretty good. Discipline definitely needs some work. His discipline and poise definitely need to improve on it. He's still got the 4 green stars, which is good. He's only 24. So he still technically has maybe 2 or 3 more years of getting better. So that's good for Eddie Watt. How did he actually do this year? So 55 points in 74 games in the AHL. So that was not bad. That's his best season that he's had in the AHL right now. He doubled his point total from last year playing with Florida. So that's good. Yeah, so we got a cheap third liner that we could bring up onto our team right now. So that's cool. Klimchuk bumped up to an 80, so that's good. He was like a 78 or a 77 or whatnot. He's a third line scoring forward as well. So his offensive category is actually pretty good. He's 25, 80 overall. We could maybe put him on a wing on the second line or something like that. Get these young guys some time on the second line, even though they're up in age around 25, 26, around that age. They can still have a really good boosted year if we give them the time. So Klimchuk's got a pretty good shot now. Is lacking in the physical category, obviously. His senses are good discipline, good offensive awareness. His passing and stuff is pretty good. His defensive category is not that bad. But yeah, he had a good year in the minors as well, 65 points in 73 games for him. So he's been improving as well. Cousins is a 79. I don't think that changed at all from last year, but I mean we could save a ton of money with throwing these guys on our team right now. They're still on their minor league contracts, which is good for another year. Cousins will be an unrestricted free agent, and Eddie Watt will have to sign next year. Klimchuk we do have to sign this coming year, so he may want a good bit. He may want some money, but I think we could afford him 80 overall. We'll have to see about that. Sean Monahan 79. Yeah, he didn't really change at all as well. Latundra, yeah, technically we can let these guys go. Jaden Hart, yeah, can keep signing Jaden Hart to these 1 year deals. He's worth it for the player that he is. Third line checker, fourth liner for us. He's probably like a lifetime fourth liner the way we keep playing him. He's good. He's pretty good. His defensive awareness is all right. Winnick, yeah, we can let those guys go if we want. Thomas, and then we get down to our minors. So Hertel, 73, 26 years old, so maybe he might cap off before he maybe even gets to the minors. Kirkpatrick, yeah, he'll be able to play this year. Dubielwicks is 72 overall, so he's steadily improving. Lance Lundmark jumped to a 71, so that's good. So he looks like he may be ready. I'm not sure yet. He was a 69. He only jumped 2 overall, so Lance Lundmark is kind of a slow progressor right now. Yeah, he looks more like a slow progressor, but he's eventually going to get there. Maybe by year 9, the end of year 9, beginning of year 10, he may be ready. I don't know, but by the time we're done our GM mode and we're reflecting on what the future looks like, he's definitely going to probably be up here on the NHL team. He's still 21 years old, so the Flyers do have a good offensive prospect to look for in Lancelot Markelium. Same thing with Harold Stortini, 3.5 stars, green star, 66 overall. So yeah, so he'll still be getting up there. Hentonen, same thing with him, 20. Yeah, three good guys who could probably be future forwards for the Flyers with Lundmark, Stortini, and Pekka Hentonen, even though Hentonen's a grinder still. Allen, yeah, Zuber, 62, yep. Cookin, same thing with him too, 19 years old, 3.5 stars. Yeah, they're going to keep going up there. Morgan Bork, same thing. I don't think he played this year. I think he was in the juniors. But yeah, so yeah, if we look at what we have right now, so how many forwards technically do we have? So 1, 2, 3. I'll skip Schenn and Skinner for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll skip him for now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have about 9 forwards right now. So we technically need 3 more guys to fill in on our team, forward-wise. So that'll either be through free agency, maybe even if we get lucky with a draft pick to get somebody with a high overall. We'll have to see. But yeah, we have 9 forwards that we could use right now. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. Check out defense. Okay, so we do have to make some decisions on defense this year. Morrow and BOJoeKO are unrestricted free agents. Joseph Morrow is probably going to bite the dust right now. 27 years old, 82 overall. I don't see a reason to re-sign Joseph Morrow. I'd rather just let him walk and re-sign Pulock because Pulock's going to want a good bit of money at 87 overall. Ryan Murray still 89 overall. Yeah, he's probably going to stay that way throughout the rest of his career. I mean, we got him signed long term. Same thing. Him and Theodore's contracts are both up at the same time, so that's good. Shea Theodore finally jumped up. Look at that big jump up, 88 overall. He's finally a top 2 defenseman. Yeah, so now we finally do have 2 top 2 defensemen. His offensive category is great. Defensive category is finally very good. Skating, he's a fast skater. Puck skills, he's just not really all that. The physical category is not all that it's not all that good. His body checking is max, but not really aggressive, not much strength. And his fighting ability is not that big either, but that's because he's an offensive defenseman. He's still 24. He still has 2 more years of getting better. And now he's going to get top 2 time with Ryan Murray. Shit. He could definitely bounce right up. Pulock is at 87 overall. I think he might have bumped up 1 as well. I think he was 86 last year, so he bumped up 1 as well. He's still 80. He's same thing with Shea Theodore, good offensive guy. BOJoeKO, we'll have to see. I'd rather sign Nathan BOJoeKO. I would want to try to re-sign Nathan BOJoeKO just because his defensive category is pretty good. If the money's right, I would rather sign him. And then I don't think Arturi Lekkonen's kind of working out the way it is. I mean, he's 77 overall. Some of you guys were actually saying that because like he's set up as a 2-way forward depth defenseman, play him on our offense. Why not? Some of you guys were saying that. Play him on your offense. Why not? 77 overall. Get him some points on offense. Why not? I mean, he could fill out a forward spot and we could just go out and sign a top 6 defenseman if need be. I mean, we could maybe try that. Let me know what you guys think. Philippe Hedja, he's improving pretty well. He's 20 years old and 76 overall, so maybe a couple more years. Maybe by next year he'll be ready to go for defense. Corp Riva, yeah, we know we signed him. Ola Moeller, yeah, he might not turn out that good. Keitner, yep, still 65, and that's that. And goaltenders. Yeah, so overall, overall, Gordon Peckham's still 87 overall, hasn't jumped yet. I don't know why he didn't jump. I would have thought he would have maybe gone up to maybe around 80, 89 or 90 even. But yeah, he's still a badass goalie. Still, I mean, the past 2 seasons that he's had are just amazing. Why not? Pavel Konachev jumped up to a 79, which is good. Yep, he's technically, he's technically considered a backup, so we can use him on our team right now. We could play Ron Peterson for the Phantoms, let him play. Yeah, so we don't need to re-sign Hiller anymore. Grice can finally go. Yeah, then we're pretty much good for goalies. So that's basically it. I mean, Yeah, that's basically it. All we have to do. I mean, let's just take a look at all the guys who we do have to re-sign this coming season. So those unsung guys we don't have to worry about. So Winnick and Latundris, I don't think they'll be coming back anytime soon. I mean, they did lower a good bit, I think, if I can remember. But we can always just sign new fourth line guys. Giroux, we have to re-sign. Joseph Morrow, I think we're gonna let walk. Nathan Beaulieu, we're gonna try to re-sign him if possible. Dane Fox, same thing with him. We're going to try to re-sign him if possible. Sean Monahan, I think we can get him for cheap. Pulock, he's going to want a good bit of money, so we'll have to try to squeeze him in there. Jaden Hart, he'll want his cheap amount of money as usual. Dubile, yep, we know him. Morgan Klimchuk, he'll want some money, so we'll have to try to re-sign him. Stortini, yep, that'll be easy. And that's pretty much it. That's all we really have to the big names all we have to sign. So the big names really are just Claude Giroux, Nathan Beaulieu, Dane Fox, and Ryan Pulock, and maybe Klimchuk. And we have 32 mil to work out between those guys. So if we look at it right now, Giroux, I'm going to try to get for 8, maybe like 8 or 9. So that'll be mark that down to what, 24? Yeah, about 24. Beaulieu, I can see him wanting maybe about 4 or 5, so that'll bring it back down to about 20. Dane Fox, maybe about 5, so about to 15. Pulock, maybe about 5 or 6, so that'll bring it back to like 9 or 8. And then Klimchuk, maybe 3, so about 6 mil. Yeah, I think we'll have enough money to re-sign all those guys, and that wasn't even taken into consideration Skinner and Braden Schenn either. If we ditch those salaries, then we will have tons of room, and we could go out and re-sign, and we could go free agent crazy in free agency and sign some guys if there's going to be any good ones available. Actually, why don't we do that before we go? So let me know what you guys think of the idea of, let me do it really quick, about what we should do with Braden Schenn. Oops, let me just do it forwards. About Braden Schenn, Jeff Skinner, and Sean Couturier. Let me know what you guys think about about these guys. If we should keep them, if it's the time to let them go. I mean, Skinner signed for God knows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more years on 6.4 mil. I'm not willing to hold on to that salary for that long. I mean, that'll bring him to like late 30s, like 35 years old, and at 6.4 mil, it's just not worth it. I think probably we would have to ditch him off, and maybe Braden Schenn too. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Let me know what you guys think about those 3 guys. But free agency, why don't we just take a look at the upcoming free agents that are going to be this year before we take a look? So, Lucic, Giroux, yeah, we know we're going to sign him. Jamie Benn, Huberdeau, Taylor Hall, Kessler, Louis Eriksson, Barchi, Okposo, Grabner, Gerby, Perron, Oshie, Morrissey, Plekanec, Ming, Craig Smith, Pyarvi, Backus, Anisima, Fox, yeah, McKay, Schrader, Bolin, Booth, Felino, Vanek, Pete. I'll only go up to like 80 overalls. I'll go past once they hit third liners. Yeah, there you go. So Sutter, Tartar. Yeah, so there's some good guys in there. Defense, Eric Johnson, Letang, Phaneuf, Gormley, Carlson, Ekman Larson, Pysick, Yandel, Weidman, Rumblad. How about like top sixers? Franzen, Blum, Brody, Spurgeon, Garrison, Bogosian, Beaulieu, yeah, Vatanen, Hankapaa, Demirs, Yossi, McNabb. Yeah, so there's gonna be a good selection of free agents that are going to be available and for free agency this year. There's going to be a lot of good ones to pick from. Goalies, is there any major goalies? Steve Mason will be available. Jack Campbell, Tuukka Rask, Schneider, Lindback, Hovinen, Peterson, Wensel, Brisson. Yeah, so there'll be a couple. There'll be some good. There will be some free agents available, so that we can pick on. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah. So well, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, next episode we'll go into the draft. Let me know what you guys think about the situation with Jeff Skinner, Braden Schenn, and Sean Couturier. If we should trade them at the draft right now or trade them during free agency, let me know. And yeah, we'll take it into the draft next episode.